Shazam! Oh, hey there! Fancy meeting you here. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel based on a true story. My name is Natia Kasai, and I will be reviewing the film Shazam. 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 Let's get into it. The film was written by Henry Hayden. His latest credit was Earth to Echo, which was like that Disney kids film. This very much rings like a kid's film, which is great. I enjoyed it. The film was directed by David F. Sandberg. He is notably attributed to Lights Out. He directed the short, and then he directed the feature-length film, and then he also did Annabelle, which is in like the Conjuring horror world. So, interesting guy to choose for Shazam. The film runs 2 hours and 12 minutes. I felt that was too long. There is a battle sequence at the end of this film, and it could have been cut in half. But I am not the editor, so the cast was the beautiful Zachary Levi, Diomon Hanzu, Mark Strong, Jack Dylan Grazer, and Asher Angel. What a cool name, Asher Angel. According to Wikipedia and IMDb, Shazam is a 2019 American superhero film based on the DC Comics characters of the same name. The film stars Asher Angel as Billy Batson, a teenage boy who can transform into an adult superhero played by Zachary Levi. This film is the 7th installment of the DC Extended Universe. Yay! Other films that are in the DC Universe are Wonder Woman, Aquaman, the upcoming Joker, that everyone's hopefully seen the trailer of. Shazam was also, this is exciting guys, was a half an hour live action television show on CBS. Which is kind of cool because Twilight Zone is also on CBS. Maybe they'll do a remake of Shazam? Who knows? The show was on for 3 seasons from 1974 to 1977. It's funny because I told my mom I watched this movie and she was like, oh yeah, I remember Shazam. I remember watching it. It's great that a whole nother new generation is being able to enjoy this movie. My overall score of this film is 3 lightning bolts out of 4. One thing that I really enjoyed about this film was the villain. I think any great superhero movie has to have a great villain. And I think that's when many superhero movies fall short. And this film did an amazing job with that. Both Dr. Savannah and Shazam are butting heads. But the cool thing about it is that they both have similar wants. And they both grew up in families that were rather dysfunctional. And they grew up in basically chaotic environments. Dr. Savannah, his last name, is derived from a Tibetan word translated as oasis of enlightenment, a place of peace, calmness, wisdom, and infinite love. It's an oasis in the midst of a chaotic world. I love that that is his last name because his character literally does the opposite of that. He literally brings chaos to the world. And Shazam, he does the opposite. And he begins a little like chaotic at first, trying to figure out himself and his way, and then he realizes that peace and unity are the way. Dr. Savannah has a great backstory, and you are completely with him. You know what he wants, you know why he wants it, and you get it. It's great. One of the reasons why I also like the film was because it was just enjoyable. I found myself smiling, I found myself laughing, the whole theater was erupting in laughter. The kids truly carry this film, and being able to watch it through their perspective was just amazing. I will also say that the film does a great job of dealing with different topics and subjects of importance. At one point in the film, Billy Batson has this amazing monologue, and he basically says, the world doesn't see me for me, and he feels like he's invisible. The director and the screenwriters made a very conscious, I believe, choice to include that in the story, allowing the space for a kid who has a disability in this world and expressing what that looks like was very notable and honorable. I've tried to talk about this for a little bit, and every time I do I get a slightly emotional because just seeing that on screen, I know it's going to be freeing for so many people who do have a disability and whatever that way that manifests in their life. And I don't think the filmmakers know how healing that will be for so many people, and that's why I love movies, because that like excited me, seeing that, giving that character that space to express himself in that way. This movie also brings up the message of the importance of family and the impact and power that kids have in empowering children, which I think is a great cause. At one point, there's a scene with it's like a carnival scene, and in the back I noticed that there was a sticker that says "Kids always win." I was really excited by that because I was basically rooting for these kids to win the entire film, and I was definitely rooting for this film. Moving on this performance score, I gave this 4 lightning bolts out of 4 lightning bolts. Asher Angel and Jack Dylan Grazer, the 2 main kid leads, or teen leads I should say, were absolutely amazing to watch. They gave such honest and real performances that didn't feel forced, that felt authentic. All the foster kids were also wonderful to watch. Faith Herman, one of the young little girls, literally stole the show every time. Stole the show. I sound like what era am I from? Every time she came on screen, the audience just awed. She did amazing. And Zachary Levi, what is there to talk about? I mean, the face, the muscles. I'm a little biased, guys. I mean, Zachary Levi could throw babies out of windows, and I'd be like, you know, he had a reason. He did a really great job with this film, so great job, Zachary Levi. For diversity in front of and behind the camera, I gave this 2 lightning bolts out of 4. Basically, the director, the writers, the producers were all white guys. Jennifer Spence, production designer, was a female. Yay, Jennifer. Also really cool because she was a production designer for Lights Out, so it's cool that this director is bringing people up with them, which is great. The foster family was where the majority of our diversity laid in this movie. Don't know which tense. I can't speak English, isn't that great? But the majority of the speaking roles were basically white guys, so didn't do so great, but also not the worst. So again, my overall score for this film is 3 lightning bolts. I would highly recommend to go see this film with your families, with your friends. Don't bring your youngins. It is PG-13 and there are some scary parts in it. I was even a little scared, but then again, I'm scared with everything. One of the wonderful things that this film does is it pays homage to Harry Potter. And Harry Potter is beloved around the world as a film about a kid who is bestowed with wonderful powers and tries to figure out himself in the world. And Shazam is exactly that. Literally, when I was watching this film, I was smiling, which makes me excited. Makes me excited for this film, makes me excited for people that are gonna go see it, and that is a reason why you should go check it out. If you do go see it, comment below what you thought of Shazam. Also, subscribe and like this video only if you want to. No pressure. There's never any pressure. If anyone pressuring you to do anything, back them up. Back it up. You need to back it up. Thanks so much for watching. Based on a true story. You guys are amazing and lovely. Remember, your story is important, so go out into the world and tell it. Thanks. Bye.